Hey guys, thanks for tuning back in with Vintage Starts Car Restoration. As you can tell, got another project. What you're looking at is a 1986 World Engines Rockbuster. Pretty neat RC car. You're probably thinking it's a knockoff of the legend Tamiya Grasshopper, and it kind of is actually. Companies seeing how much money Tamiya was making off that car, and well, they wanted in on the action as well. Companies like Academy, Panda, just to name a couple there, would do pretty well with those. But this is a pretty neat one. Very, very nice. This one was in really poor shape when I got it. You'll see in the video. Chassis was bad, body was bad. I mean, all bad. Motor was fried that was in it. So I had to get another motor in it. So the motor that's in this one is still a 540 type motor. These came with 380s initially. It would be, I believe, the second version that you would get the 540 option. You may have been able to get a 540 in the maybe some later Rockbusters ones, but I think those came with just for 380. And I have the box here. So, pretty cool. So, this one shows black bumper and white wing. But of all the ones I've seen online, everybody kept like the bumpers that, you know, how they came in the box, yellow, and they didn't paint them or nothing. So, I left it natural state, but still went with some box art features. These had a funny logo. A lot of people don't like that logo. I don't know. That's not too bad. A guy's arm with a hammer crushing some rocks. You would think that a Rockbuster would be more of a truck instead of a buggy, and that's kind of funny. It adds to its, you know, appeal to me. So, very cool. Yeah, it came up with 380. Has the bathtub type chassis like the Grasshopper, you'll see, and had a mechanical speed control unit in it. Pretty funny car. So the Academy Roadrunner looks almost identical to it. So this one needed a lot of work, but I also modified it a little bit since it needed so much work. The front hood here, the snorkel area, if that's what you would call it, I went ahead and opened that up and made it more true. I drilled out the slots here. Those aren't drilled out. So I did some mods to it. I probably wouldn't have done it if it was 100% perfect or near it. I had to repair this back end. What else? It just needed a lot of work. You'll see in the video. So, a couple differences though that are pretty significant versus the legendary one, the Grasshopper. The bolts and stuff are a little bit larger. So, the axle's larger on this car. So it's a little heavier. That's probably a good thing too. I mean, it lasts a little bit longer. And then the plastics are not as good as Tamiya plastics. They just aren't. This was a little less expensive than the Tamiya Grasshopper. So, pretty cool. I'm sure I'm missing something, but I'll let the video speak for itself. If you guys have any history of these cars, please feel free to drop the stories down below. Love to hear them. Everybody, I'm pretty sure everybody would. So, very, very glad to get this one restored up. All right, so without further ado, we're going to go straight into the restoration process, and then we're going to go to the run video. All right, so now we're getting ready to dive into this and seeing what we got to do. Looks like there's going to be quite a bit. Let's turn this thing around this way. Man, the surface is really bad on this one. So, tires are rock hard. somewhat flat spotted on the end. Yeah, let's take a look on the inside. Looks like there's some damage right there in the front. Somebody glued a piece of wire to keep it all together. So I always have a tendency to find RC cars with breaks in them in the chassis. Proof of that would be the Tamiya frog and the grasshopper I have to do. So definitely got our work cut out for us. Now we're gonna have to strip the whole thing down. I'm gonna have to start working on the body and get that all sanded up. And we'll go from there. Alrighty guys, as you can tell, the rolled engines rockbuster is all taken apart. Everything needs to be just gone through, washed really good. And I gotta definitely see about fixing this chassis and getting it all cleaned up. Gears look good. Shocks are okay. Gotta just clean them up really good. This buggy had bad tires, so I found these online. So they'll be all right. They'll look good once they're all cleaned up. And some aftermarket hop-up items that I found years ago. I might use these on the on this buggy. We'll see. Body's really bad. Found some decals online, so I purchased those. And some spare little body figures that I found online as well. That'll help in the appearance of this buggy. But I really do got to put my focus in on this guy right here. All right, so the paint is coming off the shell. As you know, it's got many layers of paint. It was white once, primed, then it was black, then somebody painted it all gold. I'm able to strip everything down little by little, scraper by scraper. And doing so really puts a lot of stress on this body. There's a lot of deep scratches that I caused doing this. And I could fill all those things up, but I'm just going to do the best I can. I'm not going to be a concourse model. Then we got that big crack right there. I glued a couple little cracks for stability in the back. So, yeah, this one's a mess. It's really bad. But it's coming up, looking okay. We're going to have to do a couple of mods that I want, and that is to make these actual vents. And make that an actual vent right in there, the little nose portion. A little more sanding, and then we should see it in the primer stage next. Alrighty guys, as you can tell, the chassis is all painted up in that black stainless. All the areas needed and repaired have been repaired pretty much. Right in here, I've got to add a little bit more filler. I ran out, but the majority of it is done. So I just got to add, you'll see a little bit of indentation, and that's where I'm going to lay some of the putty in there, sand it, and then touch it up with a little paint. There's no exterior wrinkling, it's just like impressions. So once I add a little filler here and filler there, and then touch up with a little paintbrush, you really won't see any of that stuff. So just super happy with how strong that is now. And then, yeah, Everything looks super good. Tires, rims, everything's fresh. Body's all painted up. I gotta add some stickers to it, and that's gonna look great. Then we gotta finish the driver and get the driver done. All right, so we got everything painted. All the stickers are on. Driver's all painted up, looking pretty cool. So yeah, there was a lot of other decals I could have put on here, but I try to keep it a little simple. Not a whole lot of decals on here, but added just enough, I think. So looks really sharp. Now we're going to go ahead and do the run video. Alrighty guys, now for the running review. It's raining a little bit, so we're gonna have to fight the weather on this one. And I do have a speedometer in here, this mile per hour tracker. So let's get this guy running. Runs pretty smooth. Where it's raining, though, the ground is wet, so. See what we got going on here. Speed wise, 24 miles an hour. Not too bad. All right, so we're just gonna do a little slow speed. I would love to have done more, but it's just such a rainy day. It's supposed to rain all week, so I want to get this video up for you guys. Let's do a little bit of slow speed. Pretty good, not bad. 24 miles an hour for this thing. Once again, I'm so sorry about the weather. Nothing I could do about it. I wanted to run it with the other tires, but I won't be able to do that. Smooth running, the suspension soaks up bumps pretty good. And I think now we're just gonna take it to the finish line. What a cool car. And that's going to be a wrap on this bad boy. I want to appreciate you guys for watching my videos. Please hit a like, and I'd love it for you to subscribe. Promise you're not going to want to miss what's coming up next. Bye, guys.